Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagwan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Powerful cognition from Bhagavan's Bhagavad Gita decoded satsangs.
Man who can handle the mind, who has gone beyond the mind. There are two different meanings. Descendant of Manu. Manu is supposed to be the forefather. Descendant of Manu, and man who is able to handle the mind. Only when you are able to handle the mind, you become Manushya. In Sanskrit they say, Pratyagatma Chaitanya Jakratam. Only when your individual consciousness is awakened, you are called man. See, in India, in Vedic system, the moment child reaches 7-year-old, he will be initiated into Gayatri. We should understand one important thing. Vedic religion, Sanatana Dharma is the only Dharma. Hinduism is the only Dharma where there is no baptism. You are not given any faith. You are not given any concept. You are not given any philosophy. No. You are not asked to believe anything. You are just given a technique to control your body and mind. That's all. The mantra, the very word taught to a child when he is 6 or 7, the Gayatri mantra, even the very meaning of the mantra is, let me meditate on the energy which awakens my consciousness. Let that consciousness help me to meditate on it. That's all. Om Tat Savidurvarenyam Barho Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Please be very clear. This mantra don't have any other meaning. It is not related to any devatas. There is no mention of Gayatri Devi with 5 faces. No. This mantra means, let me meditate on consciousness which awakens my intelligence. Let that consciousness help me to meditate on it. That's all. First thing our rishis wants us to do, our enlightened masters wants us to do is, first thing, bring your body and mind under your control. First, learn how to live with your body and mind. Gayatri Mantra is owner's manual for body and mind. If you have a car, owner's manual is a basic need. Without owner's manual, if you start driving a car, it is whose mistake? It is your mistake. All the vehicles you can see, on the airbag there will be a small note. It may cause serious injury. Don't put kids in front. Kids below the 12 should not sit. And there are some serious important instructions, warnings. Same way, and there will be one more warning. Read owner's manual to know more about the airbag. Same way, the moment you enter into the body, around the age of 7 only, you start handling your body. Till the age of 7, you start living only in the instinct level. Only at the age of 7, your intellect starts working. You start making decisions. The moment you start making decisions, first thing you should know is how to bring body and mind under your control. That is the reason the Vedic masters, they teach us to awaken the intelligence, to awaken the consciousness. Before entering into the car, read owner's manual. Before entering into the body and mind, master your consciousness. First thing you are taught is to bring the body and mind under your control. To bring the body and mind under your control so that you can handle them. You can start working with them. Arjuna starts. Arjuna uvacha prakritim purushan chaiva kshetram kshetranyameva cha yedat veditum ichchami jnanam jnaya cha keshava. Sri Bhagavan uvacha. Bhagavan gives the reply. Idam sariram kaundeya kshetramitya vidiyate yedatyo vedidam prahu kshetrajna idi tatvitaha. Let me give you the translation. Arjuna asks, Krishna, I wish to know about the nature of Prakriti and nature of Purusha. I wanted to know the Kshetra and Kshetrajna. I wanted to know the body and mind, which is Kshetra, consciousness, which is Kshetrajna. I wanted to know about the vehicle and owner, field and the knower of the field. Please reveal the secrets to me. And Krishna starts his explanations. Oh, Kaundeya means son of Kundi. Oh, Arjuna, this body is called the field. The person who knows this body, who feels this body, is knower of the field, Kshetrajna. Please understand, whatever you know is not you. If you can know something, it is not you. I can read because this is away from me. If you can know this body, this is not you. If you can know your mind, your thoughts, that is not you. If you can know your emotions, please be very clear, that is not you. Whatever is known by you is not you. You are away from that. You are above that. That is why you are able to know that. Whether it is body, thought, or your emotions, whatever is known by you is not you. Here he says, the body is Kshetra, means the matter, field. The consciousness is Kshetrajna. Who experiences the body is knower of the field. Now, we need to separate these two. Once we separate these two, body also will be blissful, joyful, consciousness also will be liberated. When these two joins, that is where the problem starts. That is where the trouble starts. A one-liner, one guy says, my sign is earth, my wife's sign is water, we both make mud. My sign is earth, my wife's sign is water, we both make mud. As water is beautiful, as earth it is beautiful. When they both join, that is where we make mud. As a consciousness, it is beautiful. As a body, it is beautiful. When they both meet, that is where the trouble starts. Here all we need to know, understand the field and the knower. What is you and what is not you? That is what we need to understand. Big problem in our life is we start thinking as we. See, when you identify yourself, when we identify ourselves too much with something, we start thinking that is we. Instead of understanding that is mine, you start thinking that is you. The mind becomes I. See, as long as this table is mine, there is no problem. If I suddenly start thinking this table is me, then problem starts. As long as you think your body and mind are yours, mine, you have no problem. But when you start identifying the body and mind as you, then starts the whole trouble. Here, Krishna says, what is Kshetra and what is Kshetrajna? And he starts explaining inch by inch. Whatever is not you, when you understand that, you will never feel you have to renounce them. You don't even have to renounce them. Just you will know the way in which the body will work, the way in which the mind will work. Neither you will feel that they are torturing you, nor you will feel like torturing them. See, the people who are tortured by body and mind are the people who are caught in the world, who are caught in the troubles. There is another group of people who continuously torture the body and mind in the name of tapas, in the name of penance. I have seen, especially in India, I have seen people sitting on nails for 5 years, standing on nails, standing with one leg, torturing the body, rolling on the ground, torturing the body. There is no need. Walking on the fire, there is no need to torture your body. Actually, you torture your body because you think your body is torturing you. You take revenge. This extreme is a person who is caught in the sense pleasures and killing himself. This extreme is the other person who is torturing his body. Both don't know how to handle the body and mind. Person who knows how to handle the body and mind will enjoy, will feel so much of easiness. He will feel such a relaxed feeling with his body and mind. He will enjoy intensely all the pleasures and all the comforts, but he will never abuse the body. See, enjoying is different, abusing is different. Enjoying means mind and body both will be in tune. You will feel such a beautiful easiness, relaxed feeling, homeliness, sense of comfort. But many times you think you are enjoying, but your body and mind are not in tune. Especially late night when you are sitting and watching some movie till 2 o'clock, your eyes are burning. Your eyes are burning. Your body is begging, please give me a little rest. When some advertisement comes, your eyes are automatically closing. And you wanted to fall, you wanted to sleep, but you are saying, no, I'll sit. Don't think these are enjoyments. They are not pleasure. You are not using your body, you are abusing your body. A person who knows the body and mind, who can keep the body and mind under control, will never abuse the body.
Beautifully, Bhagavan said, powerful cognition, how the thoughts or emotion, nothing is ours, and how we abuse the body by not feeling comfortable with the body. The body runs our life and the mind runs our life. With this powerful cognition, let's go to the Shastra Pramanam. Shastra Pramana are the scripture reference, the eternal, unchangeable truth. This is from Shiva Sutra Sutra 1.13. Icha Shakti Uma Kumari. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, his will is the energy of Shiva. It is called Uma. The independent power of Paramashiva, it is called Kumari. The cosmic energy that plays. Here Bhagavan says, how when the belt fits, the hip is forgotten, or when the turban fits, the head is forgotten. The beautiful space of how the body and mind should be just listening to us, any decision that we take, it just should align itself to what decisions are made in us. Bhagavan beautifully says the Yoga Pada prepares the body ultimately. The Jnana Pada prepares the mind ultimately, so that any decision you take, you want the body to climb a mountain, it will not crib. It will just cooperate and be so aligned to it. Same way, when you want to do a Kutakesha or Nirahara, the mind will simply surrender and be in the oneness. Whatever you want to take a decision, it will just decide to be. That is the body. Bhagavan is saying how his gurus trained him to be that powerful when he was young, so that the body and the mind is simply forgotten because it does not complain. It does not complain for any reason or bring up any complaints from any decision that is made. So beautiful how our body and mind can be trained into such a beautiful space that it does not exist. He says the emotion, the thought current, anything that you understand is not you, is because how you read a book. Book is not you because it, whatever you read from it, you understand. What is you is you already know about it, you don't understand from it, it's revealed to you. For example, the siddhas feel the oneness with the herbs, and the herbs come and tell them, hey, I am so and so herbs, and this is what I can be used, and these are my features, and these are the whole things will happen if you mix with this. All that revelation happens in them because they become part of the herbs. Bhagavan beautifully says, if you become part of the whole is simply revealed to you when you humbly ask for it. That's how Bhagavan says he downloads anything from any book or anything, any knowledge that is available in the cosmos. But because we are not part of the whole, we still decide to be the part, and always we are struggling with the part which is trying to understand the mind, the body, the emotions, the way we exist, because nothing is us, because we don't feel that is us. That is not part of us. All that which exists, that we understand, cannot be part of us, Bhagavan says. Like a book in front of you is away from you. That's why you understand the book. Same way, you understand the emotion, you understand everything is because it's not part of you. By understanding that it's a powerful space that you can unclutch and be in the oneness with Paramashiva. Paramashiva is the one space which is part, which is who you are. The ocean is the space that you are, not the wave. The individual wave does not have any identity. It's the truth that Bhagavan is trying to bring in this powerful cognition. With this powerful cognition, let's go to the Apta Pramanas. Apta Pramanas are the rishis, munis who have authorities of Hinduism who have time tested and verified all these power manifestations. Changing the skin color, Valmiki Ramayan, Arya Aranyakanda, Valmiki Ramayan, Sarga 17. Valmiki Ramayan, Aranyakanda, Rama along with Sita and Lakshmana during the exile period have camped at the bank of river Godavari. Surpanaha was same forest as the trios. She smelled human flesh and had followed the scent of their dwellings. She had also heard the wandering humans and terror them they have been to Rakshasas, who were troubling yogis and saints. Although she came to devour them, a first look of Rama aroused her senses and she wanted to be one with him. She was in love and wanted to possess and marry him. She roamed around their dwelling in the shadow of the trees, and she realized that any man would reject her if she went in her current form. She had a voice like a thunder, and her eyes protrude large teeth, and all the misfigure that she had. She began, she took a form of a beautiful woman, chanted the mystic mantra, and took a form of the mystic woman for the desirable form. She became beautiful maiden with the voice of my Maina and beauty of a peacock. She looked like a goddess Lakshmi, herself more radiant than full moon. So now she changed her whole being to go and impress Rama. The power of will to change their body, their skin, and how they existed. Now let's go to Atma Pramana, the Leelas of Bhagavan.
Tikya, Tattva, Darshana, all the sampradayas agree with one thing, that is Om. All of us agree. Om is the primordial, original sound of cosmos, symbol of universe. That is why Om became the non-controversial, thoroughly accepted symbol of Hindu tradition. Om and cow. Even Koseva, Saiva, Sakta, Vaishnava, all sampradayas accept Om and Kauseva. Other than that, we don't agree with anything. For everything else, we have our own methodology, our own. Shaivites have theirs, Vaishnavites have theirs, Shaktas have theirs, the Sauras have theirs, and Gaumaras have theirs, Ganapatyas have their own. Hinduism is like a universal mall. It is so wide and so beautiful, so rich. You enter into Hinduism, you will see that tons of varieties of possibilities for enlightenment and Jivan Mukti. Oh, why so many gods you have? Because I am the type of person who represent complete Hinduism. Wherever I go, I will have as many gods as possible. And when I walk in the street also, it is not that I will bow down only to big temples, big gods. Every small stone, every corner stone, I will bow down and ask them, how are you, doing well? I will inquire and I will go around and put a little flower, or even if I am going in the car, I will bow down to everyone whom I see on the way. I typically represent a Hindu villager, maybe old Hindu village man. And I enjoy that. For us, everything is God. Everything is God. Om is the sound. All of us agree, all the sampradayas, Saiva, Vaishnava, Shakta, Saura, Gaumara, Ganavatya, all the darshanas, Uttara Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaiseshika, all the sampradayas, all of us agree with this one truth. Om is the symbol of the universe. Mantra starts with Om. Recently I was reading an article in the internet that when scientists of NASA tried to record the sound of sun and bring it to our frequency, condense it to our frequency, they discovered it's a sound. Om was the sound of sun. Whether you discover today or tomorrow, and thousands of things you have not discovered, we don't care about it. What our Vedic rishis have declared is truth. More and more you evolve, more and more you will discover us, we are right. That's all is the truth. Earlier I used to quote all these names. Nowadays I decided, one thing I can be sure, the fellows who discover the truths declared by Upanishads and Hindu tradition true, they are evolving. First sound, Om, which is accepted by all of us as a cosmic sound. Next word, Apyayantu mamangani. Let me give you the translation. May my limbs, speech, vital life energy, prana, eyes, ears, and all the senses be fully matured and be enriched with strength and energy. Listen. The first will, the first declaration rishis make, limbs, that's an external part of us. Hands, legs, that's the most outward part of us. Let my limbs, speech, vital life energy, prana, life, eyes, ears, all the senses be fully matured. Understand, the word matured need to be understood here. Matured means integrated to your goal. Integrated to your goal. Yesterday there was a discussion. One of the devotees was asking me that why so many sannyasinis naturally stop having their female periods. Why it happens automatically? It means their body is getting matured with their declaration of being a sannyasi. Without any side effect, illness, sickness, health difficulties, smoothly it is happening. Understand? When I was 6, my guru asked me, do you want to be a sannyasi or grihastha in your life? I said sannyasi. He just put his hand on my head and made my will as my declaration, integrating my whole physiology and psychology and the whole system to it. That's all. From that time, body, mind, physiology, psychology, whole thing became matured to that decision. Here, when rishis declare, all the senses be fully matured, it means being integrated, in tune with your decision. The moment my guru is blessed, over, the whole body and mind is in tune with the sannyas lifestyle. Anything other than the sannyas lifestyle just disappeared. They became redundant. The word matured means being integrated to your will.
Beautifully, Bhagavan said how the body and mind, when we are integrated to our will, it just is matured. And simply, any decision you take and the Guru gives the initiation, the body and the mind simply decides for eternal to be that way. Here we have Shastra Pramana, Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramana are the initiated disciples all around the world who are manifesting and demonstrating and sharing their testimonials. Changing the color of the skin for the self. The latest power of we God and goddesses are manifesting and working with that is changing the color of our hand by changing the blood flow of the body. After entering on oneness with Swamiji, you can see the blood flow that rushed through my body. The color of my hand palm changed. Thank you, Swamiji. It's amazing. Now, with this powerful cognition and powers demo, let's go to the instruction to manifest the power of changing the skin color. And Pratyaksha
Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. The signs of power of will. The signs of power of will. Science say that eye color is a character determined by two distinct factors: the pigmentation of the eye's iris and the frequency dependence of the scattering of light. In humans, the pigmentation of the iris varies from light brown to black, depending on the concentration of melanin in the iris, which is determined by our DNA. The appearance of blue and green, as well as hazel eyes, result from the tyndall scattering of light. Eye color varies depending on the lighting conditions, especially for lighter colored eyes. Epigenetics is the study of heritable changes that do not involve DNA sequence but DNA expression alterations. DNA, methylation, histone, acetylation. These alterations are triggered by different factors such as nutrition, behavior, physical activity, working habits, smoking, and alcohol consumption. Stress meaning the very quality of our state of consciousness. Health is your nature. You don't need to create it. You just need to remember it. Then the epigenome starts to realign itself. From the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Consciousness alters your DNA.
The epigenetics. They have done so much of research on this field, on this epigenome. Epigenome is a protein particle responsible for your genes and all the happenings based on genes. Please understand, we are always taught genes are responsible for our diseases. No, it's not true. Even your DNA is not responsible. The quality of your consciousness is responsible. The quality of consciousness can directly change DNA. Asan Church very beautifully proves even the persistent diseases handed over to you by the previous generations, like cancer, sugar, blood pressure, heart diseases, even they can be just altered, changed, transformed by the quality of your consciousness. Another research proves only 35% of your DNA is responsible, only 35%, for what you are, who you are, how you are, and all the major factors like your longevity, disease, health and everything. Only 35%. The science of epigenetics and the epigenome opens a new door to the great truths declared by Patanjali and Swatmarama. Patanjali in Raja Yoga Sutras and Swatmarama in Hatha Yoga Sutras. Shiva Sutras says very clearly, the man who is in perfect health just by his nisangalpa, means the intentionless consciousness, can transmit that to a human being or any being.
Setting up for the power of changing the color of the skin, the camera is ready, the Jnana engine. If you have the mark, the place where you are going to change the color, and there is no applied anything on that portion, just verify that before. Before you start, take a few moments to set up your camera, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is shown on the screen vividly and clearly. The camera should be facing you and the portion where the skin is changing the color. Please take few minutes to set it up to capture the most exciting moment of the power manifestation. Guidelines for changing the color of the skin. Start the video recording. If you have Jnana, please apply the Jnana between your eyebrows. Visualize Swamiji and bring awareness between your eyebrows. Gaze intensely at the patch of the skin that you're going to change the color. Through the power of the will, the color of the skin you can change to manifest either darker shades or light shades. Any small change of the color is also manifestation of the power of will to change the color. Step 6. Share the videos with others after verifying and listen to others' experience and manifestation. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet.
That is why this mala, that is why this external things, sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence.
An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnana Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnana Paramashivam. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process for verifying the patch of the skin where the color has changed. Verify that no video editing is done on Shakshi Pramana videos. Make sure the video is not stopped and restarted in the process of manifestation. All video and videos are verified with a timestamp. All videos should have the wide angle view, clearly seeing the patch. Have a very clear before and after shot of your patch of the skin where you're manifesting. Make sure the area is very well lit and bright for taking all the pictures. Make sure there is no digital modification apps used to like Adobe to change the colors of the skin. Thank you for participating in the power manifestation of changing the color of the skin. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotiyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity, Bhagavan says. The quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivu